In the beginning, there was a design, a perfect blueprint, a world crafted with intention, where every element had its purpose, every creation a role to play. The sun was not just the light in the sky, it was the giver of life, nurturing the green shoots that pushed through the soil. The rain was not just water, it was a promise of sustenance, a cleansing force that replenished the earth. And within this grand design, humanity was given a garden, a paradise filled with everything we could ever need. The earth itself was our pharmacy, our provider. The vibrant colors of fruits and vegetables were not just for beauty. They were signals, indicators of the life-giving nutrients held within the deep green of leafy plants, the rich red of berries, the bright orange of citrus each, a key to unlocking health and vitality. This was God's original plan. Food was meant to be our medicine, and medicine our food. The very ground we walk on was designed to heal us, to strengthen us, to sustain us. But a shadow fell upon this perfect plan. A seed of stubbornness was planted in the heart of man. We began to think we knew better. We looked at the natural order and saw not perfection, but something to be improved upon, to be controlled, to be bent to our own will. We strayed from the path laid out for us. This wasn't just a spiritual deviation, it was a physical one. The consequences of this departure from God's light echoed through our bodies, our health, our very existence. The Bible tells us of the Israelites in the desert. They were given manna from heaven, the perfect food, a direct provision from God. Yet they grumbled. They yearned for the foods of their bondage in Egypt, for leeks and onions, for the familiar tastes of their past, even if that past was one of slavery. They rejected God's perfect provision in favor of their own cravings, their own stubborn desires. Their discontent led to suffering, a direct result of turning away from the sustenance God had provided. Think of Daniel and his friends in Babylon. They were offered the king's rich food, the finest delicacies of the empire. But they knew this food was not in line with the principles they lived by. They chose instead simple vegetables and water, the humble produce of the earth. And what was the result? The scriptures say they appeared healthier and better nourished than all the young men who ate the royal food. They honored the design, and their bodies reflected that wisdom. Their story is a powerful testament. What God provides is superior to what man creates. By choosing the simple, natural paths, they were not just spiritually obedient, they were physically blessed. It's a lesson that rings as true today as it did thousands of years ago. God's design for our health is woven into the very fabric of creation, and when we honor it, we thrive. Now, look around us. We live in an age of incredible technological advancement, yet we are sicker than ever. Chronic diseases plague our societies. We are plagued by ailments our ancestors never knew. Why? Because we have walked further and further down the path of our own making. We have replaced the garden with the factory. We have traded whole, natural foods for processed, synthetic creations that our bodies don't even recognize. We have engineered foods for shelf life, for convenience, for profit, but not for health. We have filled our diets with empty calories, chemical additives, and artificial substances. We look for healing in a pill, a quick fix for the symptoms, while ignoring the root cause of our sickness. We have become like the Israelites in the desert, complaining about the manna and longing for the foods of our own making, foods that ultimately bring us bondage to disease and pain. Our stubbornness has a price. We see it in the rising rates of diabetes, heart disease, and countless other modern afflictions. We have created a world where it is easier to find a fast food chain than a farmer's market. We have taught our children to crave sugar-laden drinks over pure, clean water. We have become disconnected from the source of our own nourishment. We look at the earth not as a sacred gift, a provider of life, but as a resource to be exploited. This is the consequence of straying from the light, of believing our own ingenuity surpasses the wisdom of our Creator. The pain and disease we experience are not a punishment, but the natural result of living out of alignment with the divine blueprint. We are living proof that when we defy the design itself reveals our error. But it is not too late. The path back to the garden is still there. It requires humility. It requires us to admit that our own way has failed. We must turn our gaze back to the original design, to the supreme wisdom of God. It starts with a simple choice. The choice to see food not as entertainment or convenience, but as the holy medicine it was intended to be. It means choosing the apple over the candy bar, the fresh salad over the frozen meal, the pure water over the sugary soda. It's about rediscovering the flavors of the earth, the vibrant life force contained in a sun-ripened tomato or a freshly picked orchid. It's about teaching our children where food comes from, letting them feel the soil between their fingers and watching a seed sprout into life. This is not a call for a new diet fad. This is a call for a return to sanity, a return to the way things were meant to be. It is about aligning our physical lives with our spiritual beliefs. If we believe in a creator who designed the universe with perfect wisdom, then we must also believe that his design for our bodies is perfect. We honor God not just with our prayers and our worship, but with how we care for the temple he has given us, our own body. Every meal can be an act of worship, a conscious choice to honor the Creator by partaking in his creation as he intended. It's a journey back to basics, back to the fundamental truths written into the natural world. Imagine a world where we all made this choice. A world where our grocery stores looked more like gardens. A world where chronic disease began to recede. Not because of a new miracle drug, but because we stopped poisoning ourselves and started nourishing ourselves. This is not a distant dream. It is a possibility that lies within our grasp. It begins with each of us. It begins in our own kitchens, in our own homes. We need to become students of creation again, to learn the forgotten wisdom of the earth. We need to get back to realizing that God's design is supreme. It is perfect, it is complete, and it is offered to us freely. Let us walk away from the arrogance that says we know better. Let us turn back toward the light, not just in our spirits, but in our daily habits. Let us honor the incredible gift of life and health by embracing the perfect provision laid before us since the dawn of time. The earth is still a garden, waiting for us to return. The medicine is still there, growing in the soil, hanging from the trees. The design is flawless. All we have to do is trust it, embrace it, and live by it. Let's start today. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, please share it and subscribe for more content.